Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we are looking at Tom's car at WG Motorworks. We're going to quickly run through his mod list and then get straight onto the dyno just so we can kind of, once again, see what kind of power it's making. He hasn't been on a dyno yet with the RT330, so it'll be kind of new for him and new for us because I've never seen an RT330 on the dyno. The mods that he's got on his car, first thing, he's got the RT330 turbo, which is the stage 4 Revo turbo that's supplied by Revo. We've got the AirTech front intercooler. We've got a Maxton front lip, bowlers. We've got a GFB, so a GFB dump valve, or diverter valve, sorry, not dump valve, diverter valve. We've got boost pipes which come with the Revo kit. We've got an ITG intake system going into a Mountune crossover.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Right in saying that. So we got a Mountune crossover. That actually looks really, really smart. We'll get a shot underneath the bonnet in a bit. The ITG he may be changing, and I guess the Mountune crossover as well, to the Revo intake kit very, very soon. And hopefully we can get him back on the dyno and see almost a back-to-back comparison, or at least near enough a back-to-back comparison of kind of the different test results we get from that. Otherwise, he's got a Miltech sports cap and a Miltech system basically all the way to the cat back. So he's got the non-res race.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So he's got a Miltech non-res race system, which sounds amazing. That's his car. Let's get onto the dyno. Let's see how it's going. We've all made bets of who's going to win basically the brake horsepower bet because we don't know what he's making. My bet, I've gone low just because everyone else has gone slightly high, and I've gone probably, now I'm thinking about it, way too low. So I've bet 305 brake horsepower. Now he should be making way more than that. Tom has bet 310 and Warren has gone for 317. Which is a bit of a random number, and I feel like he may have done one before and it's hit 317. But it was a very random number. But yeah, so there are bets. Who's going to win? Who knows? Warren's going to basically calibrate the dyno, make sure it's all running okay with his car, make sure the car's running okay, and then he's going to probably do 3 runs, maybe 4 or 5, depending on what we're doing. Obviously with the filming, we may do a few more runs just so I can get different shots in different areas. But anyway, let's go on to the dyno runs. This is dyno run 1. Holy shit. What's that?
2 more horsepower are we?
What was it, 215? Oh, 315.
First one.
Well, you better make that 2 more brake horsepower then. I bet that's why he was repositioning the fan. I bet it was. That is incredible. That is incredible. Amazing. I love that. I love it. So that's 3 dyno runs so far. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but that sounds absolutely amazing. You can tell that the turbo is making a way bigger difference than kind of anything else there, because we've actually got both the same exhaust system, so that's really, really interesting to see. So we're inside the car now. We're going to watch the timing get pulled out. Is that what we're doing this time?
This is now onto the lower octane
That's right, so lower octane.
to the higher octane map, and you can see that actually it's not actually benefiting him due to potentially hardware, but we'll see, Right, so we'll do a pull now.
So for this run, we're doing the higher or normal octane rating that most people would run this at.
So we're going to see this time as another run.
Yeah. That's quite a bit.
Because we can.
Yeah? Okay.
It's all within the safety features.
Yeah.
One run.
So we're now doing a run with a 102 octane rating map that you can get for the RT330. Some people run with
we'll
meth.
Probably lift off halfway if we get scared.
Yeah. We got a bit scared. Okay, so that shows that basically if you're running a too high octane map for the fuel type that you got in your car, it's going to pull ignition timing out, which means it's trying to save your engine basically.
Safety net.
Yeah. Cool. So what we've basically just done is he's actually got timing being pulled out a tiny little bit, and we're wondering whether it's the fuel quality, but he's got V-power in there at the minute, or the fact that because obviously Revo supply generic map, whether the D-Cat/Sports Cat is kind of affecting it. So obviously he's got Sports Cat at the minute, and we obviously want to see maybe in the future if a D-Cat will allow us to kind of reduce that timing being pulled or take it out completely, kind of allow him to achieve the full potential of his car.
You'll notice on the logs the fueling request was 0.05, and we're on there and thereabouts. I think I dropped it down to 0.82 and then picked back up and so on across the rev range. So fueling is literally spot on. And you'll notice pretty much the power, no matter what mode we run it in, was pretty much the same. Even the 102 map, which was a red, you can see where we lifted when it was starting to put a lot of time in, it was still running the same curve because literally it just can't take any more time in. So the map's put more timing in, which would be great if the car could accept it essentially, and they would make more power. But where it's then pulling the time back out, it's essentially running exactly the same. A couple of times on there or twice, and that was actually on the 97 ROM map. You can see literally the higher ROM map is doing nothing for you in terms of power because it simply you're not flowing. So ignition timing can be limited by several factors. Could be something like your airflow meter, say that was faulty, or it's in a different diameter pipe and it's reading the airflow wrong, it's trying to put more time in than it can take. Or alternatively, maybe more on this one, is the exhaust system. So you're running a Sports Cat, in an ideal situation, the exhaust does not want any form of back pressure, and the Cat is a little bit of back pressure. So if you ditch that, potentially it would stop pulling out timing. You can maybe run the 98 ROM map with no issues and actually make a little bit more power. But ballpark, Revo Quick Team, was it 300, 330? 340,
330 I think.
So we're bang in the middle there, and the torque wise they're quoting 280 to 330 and you're hitting 320. So your torque numbers bang on and your power, yeah, it's all good essentially. It'll be interesting to see a D-Cat exhaust system and go from there.
Well, I'll get that ordered.
Time to buy a D-Cat. I know a store that you can order it from.
Peak torque at basically 3,000 RPM, and it's all the way across to 7.2. I think the limiter must be on there. It's making power everywhere.
So, what exhaust system be looking at in the future? Like potentially a 3-inch to release that.
I think basically you can tape it down as you go further down, but the big restriction is the end, and literally your 2.75 catback's probably okay. But it depends how fussed you are about getting power, essentially, on there.
It's a lot of money, isn't it, for an exhaust?
Yeah.
It's a lot of money, it's a big investment.
But then, again, it's not necessarily the bore of the exhaust, there are other factors as well.
So that kind of finishes the video here. So that was WG Motorworks. There's a discount code CR10 if you want to buy anything from their shop. The only things that's not included are turbos and software, but otherwise you can buy anything, get 10% off. Awesome shipping time. I mean, Warren's here at your beacon call basically for whatever you buy. Come down here, get dynoed, get your parts fitted here. I would not trust my car with anyone else other than Warren. It's kind of like a given now. But that's Tom's car. Obviously there's a lot of stuff that's been said in this video about exhausts, fuel quality, everything like that. I'm sure I've said something wrong, so please don't quote me word for word. Warren obviously explains it way better than I do, and I'm sure in the future we can get Warren kind of on camera explaining it kind of how I do. But we can see the graph there. Basically he's making 315 regardless of the map that he's on, which kind of shows that there is a restriction somewhere along the system. And we're gonna hopefully find that. Obviously it's up to Tom whether he wants to find it or not. But once again, this is what happens with a generic map. And by generic, I mean your Perron, your Revo, Maxed, all of those maps. I'm sure there's other companies out there, but that's what happens with these maps. Obviously every car is different. Every car has different parts, different exhausts, different intakes, different I guess turbos in a way, different intercoolers. There's so much different under that bonnet compared to what could potentially have been made for this generic map. So there's a lot to take into account. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you want to follow Tom, Tom's name's going to appear here, Tom's Instagram. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Go check out WG Motorworks. I'll leave their Instagram down in the description so you can go follow them. He is obviously a Revo dealer, so he can obviously supply Revo parts. He also does BMWs. I mean, he does a bit of everything. So if you ever need anything, like, go talk to him. But anyway, I've waffled enough. WG Motorworks, go check him out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.